my Chapter 9 risk management project, I decided to do it on the 2019 World Series. It was between, out of the American League, the Houston Astros, and out of the National League, the Washington Nationals. So some key aspects. The Houston Astros had a cheating scandal going on that was just brought to people's attention this year. They made it to the World Series by beating the New York Yankees in the ALCS. Jose Altuve hit a walk-off home run against Yankees closer Aroldis Chapman to send them to the World Series. The Astros have been a very good team the last couple of years. They were looking for their second ring in 3 years, and they weren't the best this year, but of course they beat the Minnesota Twins in the playoffs. The difference between the Astros and the Nationals had a lot bigger payroll than the Houston Astros at the time. I'm not sure what it looks like now. But with that being said, the Houston Astros were one of the best teams in the whole MLB that year, and they were a heavy favorite over the Washington Nationals. COVID-19, of course, was not around in 2019 last year, so there wasn't any safety precautions as far as you have to be a certain amount of feet away from people or having to wear a mask. And in this video, I'm about to click on it's a 2019 trailer to the World Series.
Not soldiers, standing shoulder to shoulder. Oh, until the war is over, we are brothers, not soldiers, standing shoulder to shoulder.
And what a play by Rendon! Oh, what a catch by Adam Eaton!
So after that video, I have, so obviously going to a baseball game, when the balls, they are hit over the home run fence or a foul ball, you can be hit by them. It's a pretty good chance that you can be hit by them, but getting hit and hurt severely is pretty rare. So with that being said, workers and staff to have the right knowledge and the right technology to get medical attention to a fan if needed. And by technology, I mean a walkie-talkie to get an EMT over there, or a cell phone to get an EMT over there. Anything to get someone with more medical knowledge than them, the better. So the staff is first aid and CPR certified. With that being said, they're certified just enough pretty much to hold the patient over until the EMT can arrive to get there to do more help on them. So having a plan is one thing, but executing it, like we talked about in the video, in such a short period of time and when your mind can be all over the place, is something that has to be thought out and practiced. So they have to have a good mindset, and they can't get flustered super easy, and they just gotta try to remain calm and do what they practice. So this picture right here, this is just, for instance, what can happen at a game. A Boston Red Sox fan is getting hit with a baseball in the top of the head, which can't feel the best, obviously. So some crowd management. Not all fans act how they should during a game, but during the 2019 World Series, extra security was there. Because it's such a big event. It's kind of just like the Super Bowl. They have more security, obviously, because it's a lot bigger event than just a regular season game. There's also more police officers patrolling the outside area, and they have police officers by both dugouts. It doesn't matter. It didn't matter if the game was in Houston or in Washington. Didn't matter who the home team was. There was just more security and police officers there. All of them, of course, were equipped with walkie-talkies or cell phones, some type of communication device so they can page one another if an event were to go wrong or something were to happen. And here's what can kind of happen. Here's a Philadelphia Phillies fan yelling at the umpire, other fans. We know how baseball fans can get, or fans in general. They can get a little too into it. So just some discussion questions I have. Are there any weaknesses to having more security and police patrolling the area? If yes, why? What solution would you use if big groups of people are getting out of hand after or during the World Series games? And how does having more security members and police officers affect the way fans will act during the games? Do you guys think they will be more calm, or do you think it will not have an effect on them at all? And so my final summary is fans know the threats going to the games as far as baseballs flying over and getting hit possibly. Taking precaution is key, so paying attention. Having an emergency plan as far as the staff. Having communication devices ready so you can call an EMT. Executing the plan is another thing. Talking about it is one thing, but executing it is it's a lot harder, especially in the situation that you're in. And communication within the staff is huge because you have to communicate with them in order to get help from the medical attention to come over by you. And that is my presentation. Thank you, guys.